All right. Welcome, everybody, to My AI Live. My AI Live. We actually are doing several different things here. First of all, we're showcasing the amazing My AI system. We're showing you all the different ways that you can use it. We're also teaching you how to become a master at social media, giving you different ways of starting different types of conversations to build your business. And then the other thing that we're doing as well is helping you get consistent. So each day you come at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, we're not only going to show you a new demo, we're going to show you a different way of using the system. And then we're going to have you go out and actually complete the work yourself. Now, this is where the magic happens. Coach Paul, Coach Jenny, Kathy Mays, a whole bunch of us that when NowSite acquired us, this is stuff we've been doing together for years. We've met together for years, 5 days a week. Now, I know for some of you that are new, you're like, are you kidding me? We meet 5 days a week? We actually do, though, because we help each other stay consistent in our businesses. And if you see Coach Paul up there, he went from being stuck to getting like 19 to 24 new customers every month. He's consistent. Like if you look it up in the dictionary, you will see consistency. You see Paul's picture there. Like seriously. And this is the stuff that we do. Same with Jenny. Same with all of us who have been doing this work. So my goal is to help you become just as consistent, because in everything, consistency is king. It could be everything from the breakfast that you start with each morning. I mean, if you're starting with waffles with a ton of syrup consistently, probably not the best health choice, right? And same thing with, I can eat celery for 3 days, but if I go and eat 5 days worth of Snickers bars, Leslie, that's not going to do me a lot of good, right? Leslie's a health coach here, certified health coach. She's going to tell me, Elizabeth, you can't do that. That's not consistency. So it works in our business, our lives, our morning routines, our evening routines. Everything is about consistency. So we're going to help you be consistent. So Elaine, you are at the right place. Absolutely at the right place if you need to be consistent. Now, this is how it's going to work. We're going to do our demo. We're going to go out and then we're going to do the work ourselves. We're going to come back. We're going to showcase some of your posts. We're going to have Q&A. So I know some of you had questions yesterday that I did not get to answer. If that is you and I told you come back today, immediately put your hand up. That's what these two gentlemen have done already. And if that was you, please make sure you get your hands up so I get your questions answered. I don't want to run out of time and not get your questions answered. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mute everyone and prevent unmuting during the demo, just so we get a clear focus camera on the demo itself. Because when it goes on to you, maybe you cough, you sneeze, then all of a sudden the camera's on you and you're like, I don't want the camera on me. And I get it. So we want to do that. Now, last thing for everybody who's brand new. My name's Elizabeth Larson. I am a personal and business transformation coach. I am a speaker, author, entrepreneur. I wrote a amazing certified coach training program that we actually just started in our next round of coaches that we're raising up. I've done a lot of things in my life that have really brought me some great success. And now what I want to do is show you some of those things that I have done to do that. And we're going to do that by using my AI system. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And now the very first thing you're going to do is onboard your AI. All of you should have already had this done by the time you get here to this meeting. Now, if you didn't onboard your AI or you're absolutely 100% brand new, we do have a baby steps meeting. And the baby steps meeting, you can find the information in the email that was sent out to you. The reason we don't just advertise that is because we don't want it to turn into this meeting where there's a whole bunch of advanced questions and then our brand new people are like lost. And so we keep it very basic. You can actually find the email that's sent out to you about the baby steps meeting and join us there. So with that said, once you get your AI onboarded, you come over here and this is the screen that you will see. Now with this screen, you're going to notice this box right here. Your new social post is ready. Every time you log in or come in, this is what you're going to see. Now you can check it out and it will take you right over to that area. Now that is the same as seeing it right here. Okay. Now, what it's giving you is a surprise me post. But before we do that, I want to show you all the other ways that you can post. Of course, you've got caption and suggested image. Caption and suggested image is when we know what we want to post about, but we don't have an image to match it. And so we want the AI to give us that image. Second thing is caption my image. That is when I do have an image and I want the AI to just write me a post about my image. Now, remember, we never have to put our photo into the system here. We're only posting the photo or the video on social media. We're just describing the image. So you're going to simply just follow the steps. Caption my image. You can do an objective if you want. Maybe you have an objective to inspire, to entertain, to educate, or to promote. You can use a different business profile. And if you have multiple businesses or multiple products, you can make different business profiles so that you can have it specifically talk about something that you want to talk about as opposed to a general thing. We can also change the tone. Maybe sometimes you want it to be friendly. Maybe sometimes you want it to be humorous. Alex is a very funny guy. Like most people do not know this about Alex. Alex is funny. Alex Eaton is hilarious. When you get to talk to him, he's a riot. So maybe he wants to make a funny post. Maybe we want an excited post or a formal post or more persuasive or more professional. Whatever it is, you've got these here. Now, describe your image and what you want the caption to be about. Now, that's the same thing with caption my image, right? Caption my image. We're going to describe the image. We've got your video right here. You're going to describe your video and what you want the image to about. Short text only posts. Those are those colored posts on Facebook. Text, no pictures, bright colors, a little bit of words. That they're great for starting conversations on social media. And last but not least is the Elizabeth button. That's the long post with suggested image. Adrian's nickname for me is War and Peace because I have a lot of words. Everything I write is long. I like a lot of information. So I like this one a lot. This is one I use quite often. It gives a lot of value about a subject, or it's great for when you want to do 3 tips about something, 3 tips to better health, 3 tips to better finances, 3 tips to better crypto, 3 tips to making a decision about starting a business. Any of those can be great conversations to start a conversation that goes to you towards your product or your business. Last but not least is the surprise me button. The surprise me button is great when you're brand new and you just want to kind of get posts out there until you learn how to use the system. Or number 2, when you're not inspired and you don't know what you want to post. Number 3, when you're in a hurry. Or number 4, where you just need an idea. You're like, I just need an idea. I don't know what to post. And that's what our example is going to be like today, right? So one thing I want you to think about when you're making your posts, and I'm going to show you this in just a second, but let's do the surprise me post first. So we're going to hit a surprise me. Let's say we get on here and we're like, I just don't know what I want to post today. Now, the great thing is each day here, we're going to give you some ideas of what to do as a post. But you don't have me on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm at the beach. So on Saturday and Sunday, you can hit surprise me, right? You can hit the surprise me button and see what it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the surprise me. We're going to let the AI write a post for us randomly. And then we're going to look and see, first of all, do we like that post? Because if we don't, we can always hit surprise me again until we get one we like. The second thing is, if we do like it, we're going to look and see what can we personally add in there that makes it even more about us, that sounds even more in our voice, that actually gives more information. So let's do this. Hello, transformation seekers. Ever felt like you were an NBA player on the verge of a slam dunk in your personal goals? That's how I approach transformation. Whether you're aiming for that career leap or your personal best, remember this. It's all about that final push. Ready to transform your game plan into a winning shot? Tell me what's the goal you're working towards today. Now, it's okay. Now, you're going to notice up here, you've got Instagram, LinkedIn, and X, right? So you've got different ways. Let's look at this. Let's look at Instagrams because it's writing for a different audience, remember? Transforming dreams into reality, one goal at a time. Have a habit you're trying to form, because let's face it, becoming your best self is no less epic than a journey hit. Let me increase the font of this because it's a little on the small side. Okay, transforming dreams into one goal at a time. Have a habit you're trying to form, because let's face it, becoming your best self is no less epic than a journey hit bald. Not the way I would say it. Drop a comment in the with a habit below. Yeah, I don't like that one so much. Okay, let's look at this one. As professionals and dreamers, we are constantly pursuing greatness. It's like hitting the books. Education never stops. Take a moment to reflect on what's the single most impactful goal you've ever set for yourself. What is the one thing driving you forward? Let's discuss strategies and transformations in the comments below. That's great. Now, Deborah, let's say you got this post and you're just like, yeah, that's not what I want. See this button right up here, everybody? It says surprise me again. You are allowed to hit that as many times as you want. You do not have a button balance where you only get so many buttons per month. You can hit this over and over again until you get the post that you want to work with. And here is, I know Journey, but I've never heard that song. Have I? Maybe if I heard the tune, Renee. Oh, I get what it's saying. Okay. Yeah, that was confusing to me. I wouldn't have never posted that. All right. So the AI is going to write it again, right? Valid, not bold. Thank you. Thought that was an ED. I got to get my eyes checked, man. Okay, let's look for this one. Word for the day, transformation. Every day is a journey of change and growth. Let's embrace the power of transformation together. Share your word of the day and let's be a beacon leading you to your dreams. Remember, just like an exhilarating NBA game, every play counts towards the final victory. What's your word? Transformation word of the day, empowerment. Okay, so that's great. Let's go over to Instagram. Word of the day, unstoppable. This is actually one of my favorite songs. So like a chart-topping hit from Imagine Dragons. Let this fuel your life. What's the word that defines your vibe today? Drop it below and let's make our day as electrifying as the epic guitar solo. Unstoppable word vibes rock your day. Okay. Instagram or LinkedIn, let's go over here. Word of the day, mastery. This is actually another one of my favorite words is mastery. We have mastery groups in our community where we work together and going after our goals in small groups, and it's amazing. So as we relentlessly pursue our professional and personal growth, let's refine our skills and aim for mastery in all we do. Share your motivational word for the day and let's cultivate excellence together. Much like the wisdom imparted by thought leaders like Brene Brown, what's your word of the day? Love that. Okay, and then X. Today's word, courage. Another one I love. Tackle challenges like Steph Curry sinks three-pointers with focus and heart. What's your word for dominating the day? Drop it below. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's go ahead and do Instagram today. We're going to hit get started. I'm going to hit post. Now, I'm going to go ahead and download that photo and hit post. When I do that, I'm going to hit create. When I hit create, select from computer. And when I do that, I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to take that photo, date added, and now I've got the photo. I'm going to center that a little bit. There, much better. Now, next, put that in there. Now, I can add some things in here. What's the word that defines your today? Word for the day, unstoppable. What's the word that, let's see, what's the word that defines your vibe today? Drop it below and let's make our day as electrifying as the epic guitar solo. Let me do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and put some space in here. Word of the day, unstoppable, like a chart-topping hit from Imagine Dragons. Let's feel your fire. What goal are you going after that you need to be more unstoppable in? What lack in your life are you no longer going to live with? What is your word that defines your vibe today? Drop it below and let's make our day as electrifying as an epic guitar solo. And now I'm going to hit share. So I'm going to ask another question. And the reason I asked the other question is, first of all, I want people to start thinking about what is it that they're going to stop doing? What is it that they want? So word of the day, unstoppable. Like a chart-topping hit from the Imagine Dragons, let's fuel your fire. What goal are you going after that you need to be more unstoppable in? What lack in your life are you no longer going to live with? What's your word that defines your vibe today? Drop it below. Let's make it as electrifying as the epic guitar solo. Let's edit and add one other thing to that. And if you need help, out to me. Would love to help you become unstoppable in every area of your life. Instagram has a little bit of a bug. I'm going to go report that. Okay. So anyways, here's the thing. Very easy to get a post and find a post that you generally like and then add some things to it. So today's idea, number one, if you don't have an inspired idea, grab a surprise me post and see what you can throw in there that leads to the kind of conversation that you want to have about your product or business. Number two, if you're brand new, just do a surprise me post. Number three, if you already had an idea for a post, feel free to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and set up our 5-minute timer. We're going to come back. And when we do, and then when we come back, during the 5 minutes, go and make at least one post. Everybody here should make at least one post. When we're done, we'll come back, we'll showcase some posts, we'll answer questions. And then if you have questions about anything, please bring them at this time. This is going to be a great time to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. Yep, Elaine, you do post there. Let me get some posts up here and then we're going to, okay. So first of all, put down in the chat how many posts you guys actually did. So Carl did 5, Candy did 1, Leslie did 3, Lucy did 1, Pauline did 1, Pauline did 4. It's going so by so fast. Clay did 1, Deanna did 4, fantastic. Steve did 2, Mary Ellen did 1, 5. Wow, great job, Alex. Okay, Manny did 2, Robert did 4, 1, 2 for Lori, 1 for Cindy, 1 for Diane, 2 for Tony. Edwina did 1, fantastic. Great job. All right, 1 for Edwin, good job. Ariel did 3. Emily did 1, fantastic. Evelyn did 1. Joe's working on 1. Okay, fantastic. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to do. So first, Alex, you've had your hand up. So let's go ahead and start with you.
I have a post I want you to see.
Okay, let me get over to you. There's Alex. They say the goal that scares you the most is the one worth chasing. My biggest ambition to earn enough so one day I could say no thanks to the nursing home and heck yes to the comfy armchairs at my place. What's the Everest you're climbing in your health and wellness journey? Please drop a comment and let's conquer these peaks together. I love this. So Alex, first thing that might be really neat in here. I love that they say the goal that scares you the most is the one worth chasing. My biggest ambition is to earn enough one day so I could say no thanks to the nursing home and heck yes to the armchairs in my comforts place. Comfy armchairs at my place. I can't even talk today. What's the Everest you're climbing? I don't think I would do health and wealth journey. I think I would just do wealth.
Okay.
I think the health having 2 things is kind of confusing to what they're posting on considering the top. What's the Everest you're climbing today? I wouldn't even put it in your wealth journey. What's the Everest you're climbing today? Please drop a comment below. Let's conquer these peaks together. The only other thing I would say in your post is maybe you might want to just put in a little bit in there about your journey in this because your story is super, super important.
I was
Like
going to
most,
ask if the photo was redundant, but you stopped.
no, I think the photo's great. The only thing I would
Okay.
have done is if you put the wording on there, I would have made the wording a little bit bigger
Okay. Yep. Thanks.
because the coloring with that wording is a little hard. So I would make it bigger and try to use a font color that is a little brighter, like bright white. So
Okay.
somebody actually sees it. No, I think this is the great thing. And the truth is, people just don't even realize the choices that we're making today are the ones that lead with us. So, like, Steve, many of us are looking at our lives going, what do we want the rest of our lives to look like? And we're designing that now. Like Steve's really going after it. He's like, I'm done. I'm doing this, and this is who I help. And he's got some great clarity going after that. Same with Coach Jenny and many of you here. And so really right now, there's a group of people out there who have survived COVID, who survived all this stuff. And they're like, okay, what's the rest going to look like? And then they're realizing their age too. And they're kind of like, okay. So I think the photo's perfect, Alex. The only thing I'd like to see in there is a little bit more of your journey because nobody here knows you. And so think about like Barbara Snowden here. Barbara doesn't know you. Okay. So if she looks at that post, what is it about your story that's going to inspire her? So if you put a little bit more in there, and this is what I mean by the surprise me post. The surprise me post is great to get something out there. But if you can add something really deeply personal about you and what you've done, like the door, like the story of the door, just being able to have a door, and you've got an incredible story there. So adding those little bits of stories about your own journey and what you've overcome so far may inspire somebody else in that. And it's telling why you're working towards what you're working towards and why that's so important to you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So by the way, everybody, if I can tell you a little bit about Alex, Alex has been part of us for quite a long time. He is an amazing, amazing young man. I call him young. He's like a year younger than me, but I just always see him. He looks much younger than what he is. Biggest heart in the entire world. Not kidding. Like just an incredible heart, incredible human being, and somebody probably everybody here should know. Alex, we love you. All right. Tim, what's your question?
So, excuse me, trying to wake up. Um, I had something interesting happen last night because I use AI for like when we post, but Facebook, and I know that Facebook is notorious for putting you in Facebook jail if it looks like you're spamming people. And all of a sudden, I had been doing, posting from different things from LinkedIn and switching it over, what I got just for what I'm doing. But last night I got this message and I should have kept it, but I just said screw it and went through it. But it looked like I was trying to spam, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And ever since, that's the only time I've ever had it.
So are you talking
Could
about through Messenger?
No, I don't think it was Messenger. I think it was, I kind of just looked at it briefly because I was in a rush yesterday and I was tired at the same time, which is not a good combination. But I think it was just saying that one of my posts on my Facebook page didn't adhere to the whatever you call it, the code or whatever they have, where it looks like you're possibly spamming. But it was only for that one thing, and it didn't make any sense.
I've seen that when people have
So I
sent
just
too many cold messages through Messenger.
okay.
I haven't seen that on a post. So if you ever get the message again, first of all, grab the message for me and then grab the post that it's referring to.
Okay.
Because without those two things, it's a shot in the dark of what Facebook could have meant because Facebook does whatever
Oh, yeah.
Facebook wants.
I mean, that's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, okay, just truck on.
And
Yeah.
one thing with this, let's address the messenger part of this. We're using social media right now to create comments on posts that we make and to comment on other people's posts. So there's some kind of conversation going over before we take it over to Messenger. Okay. Now I know there's people who do cold messaging. Facebook is not the biggest fan of that anymore. So I don't do cold messaging. And I'm such a relationship person. Like I have people who are always trying to pitch me, oh, Elizabeth, you would be good at this. And I'm just like, do you even know who I am? Everything about me is relationship. And it's like, and most people are so tired of trying to be sold. So one of the best things that you can do to prevent going to Facebook jail and those kinds of things, I'm going to show you right here, is two things. One, there's Alex. Okay, so first, whoa, that's new. Got a circle, I'm live. Ooh, feeling very alive now. Okay, so what thing you can do is like when you comment, so you're making a post, so somebody comments on your post. That's the goal. So the very first thing you want to think about when you're making your post is what kind of conversation or what kind of result am I looking for? Steve helps men who have gone through bad divorces, bad breakups, anywhere from like 35 to 60 years old. And if they've gone through like something and they're ready to transform their life and stuff like that, that's his focus. Okay, Jenny's weight loss, Carl's health. There's all these different things that we do, right? So when you know what it is that you do, that's why you have to be really clear on who you are and what you do. And then it's like, what are the kinds of conversations that I want to have? So for Steve, coaching men is going to be something that's really important to him. So the kinds of posts that he is going to make is going to be related to that. So if we go over to Steven's page, and I'm doing this on the fly, I don't know if he's posting like this. Okay. So, and I didn't ask, is it okay if I use you as an example, Steve? Okay. So what he's talking about are things that are very important to him. What he's doing reels about are like taking responsibility, victim responsible, something that, is very powerful in being able to transform our lives. He's talking about motivation. He's talking about things of a different life. Now, when he's talking in his reels and stuff like that, he's coming from the experience of everything that he's walked through to give a message out of hope to other people. And so by doing that, they will either sign up for his coaching, his business, his network marketing business, something, and then he can help them on that journey. So the thing I want you to think about is, first of all, when you have your page here, have you branded yourself of who you are? Are you showcasing who you really are, Barrett? That's the first thing I want you to think about. Then next is when you make a post, what is it that you're posting about? What is it that the kind of conversation you want? What is the end result that you want from that? Because we're not just posting to post, okay? We actually have an intent of what we're doing. So for this one right here, this is one of the posts that I made using long post and suggested image. I made this suggested image and then I added one of mine. Freedom starts with making our own decisions, having financial resources, and the power to shape our lives. That's exactly what having my own business has done for me. Gone are the days of being stuck on someone else's schedule. Now I have the freedom to live on my terms, and it feels amazing. This is about taking like your life and saying, this is my life, and making your choices, right? And you're helping other people do this through your network marketing businesses. So if you want help with your current business or you're looking for freedom, starting a new business, reach out to me. Now, I had a couple of people reach out to me already. I've got comments here to respond to. So what I will do is I will respond to this. Your inspiration is always the highlight of my day. Thank you for sharing and reminding us there is more in life to enjoy. Yes. So what I will do is I will comment on this post. And then I will go to that person's profile and check out their profile. If it's somebody I think I want to have a conversation with, then I will send them a message and say, hey, thanks for your comment on my post. And then I will ask them a question to continue the conversation. So that's number one, the way you do this. Number two is you're going to find other people to make to comment on their post. So here's Alex. So Alex's post right here, I can take this and I can put it into our NowSite platform. I can comment on somebody's post. I could go like this, and maybe I don't even know what I want to comment, but I put his thing in there and I hit generate. Now, the AI is going to write a great comment on that post. If you want to start tons of conversations, one of the things that you want to do is do a lot of comments on posts and then make your own posts as well. The mistake that we make in social media is we keep saying that it's all about, us just posting and getting attention. It's not. It's actually about us starting conversations in multiple directions in multiple ways. Okay, there you go. And I got that. So when you post every day, I want you to think about this one thing first. And this is the most important thing. If you get this in your social media, it will change everything in your business. What is the intention? What is the outcome that you want from this post? If it's comments or if it's a conversation about a certain product or a certain business, then you want to direct your questions for people to actually comment about that. The more comments you make on other people's posts, the more you can take it over to Messenger. The more you post, the more comments that will go on your post, the more you can take it over to Messenger. And then you're having conversations, trying to get it over to a Zoom, a phone call, a FaceTime, something like that. The key, Tom Chenault has 1 million people in his downline. Did you guys know that? 1 million. Not kidding. I've seen his back end of his in the network marketing company. 1 million. There was not social media when he did this. He uses social media now, but you know what he did? He had conversations. He's faster growing now than he was because of social media, because of being able to have more conversations. So if you make everything about having conversations and creating relationships, everything in your business will change. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that? Is that really loud? So bizarre the way that happens. Okay. I got to get used to the noises here. All right, Deborah, what's your question, honey?
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
My first question is when you save images in AI and when I want to go back and get it for something else, I can't find it. Where is it?
Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and do an image real quick, everybody. The image feature is so underused and it is so much fun. I am having a blast with this. So let's come over here. I'm going to do a super quick post real quick. We'll do a surprise me or something just so we can get the image up there. And there are several things that you guys can utilize the image function for. Number one, you can actually write words on your images and create those kinds of posts that you see people do in Canva and all these fancy programs, and you can actually do them here. You can make your own. Secondly, you can save those images to come back for later. And so as soon as this comes up, I'll show you where you can do that. And then we're going to have a hard stop coming up because I got to make sure to give this back to Cheryl.
While that's coming up, I have another quick question. I can't get into my Now site right now. I've logged in, but it's still just not opening up. How do I get help with that?
Did you reboot your computer?
Shut my computer completely down? No, I didn't.
I would reboot your computer first because that fixes a lot of issues.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, then go to support@now.site and let them know. All right, so see this photo right here. We're going to click here, change image. If you ever don't want to use this image, you can click change image. And then right here where it says my images on the left-hand side, these are the ones that you've either uploaded or you saved. Now, you don't need to upload your own photos in here unless you're putting words on them or using them in a website or a funnel or some other part of the NowSite system. Because when you do your own photo, remember, it's not asking for it. But let's say you got a photo and you like it and you want to keep it. So we're going to go to image search and let's go and find, let's do this one just as an example. And let's say that I want to add some words to it. I can put, you can live in peace or whatever. All right. Now I'm going to drop the color a little bit in there just so it shows up a little bit more. I am going to font size, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. So let me do it like that. Okay. So whatever it is that I want to make. Now there's a lot of other fancy things that we could do that we don't have time for, but I'm going to hit okay. Now, once I hit okay, right here next to the add button, if you hit add, it's going to go straight into your post for you to download to use for your social media. But Deborah, if you want to use this again, you find something you really like and you want to do it again, you're going to click right here to save to my images. Okay. And when I do that, now it's here. And now I can click edit. I'm obviously not needing to edit, but I just hit add. And now I've got this photo instead to use. Now, if I ever do another post and I want to use that photo again, I'm just going to hit change image. I'm going to go to my images on the left-hand side, and then that image will be right there that I can use again. And then just hit add. Does that make sense, Deborah?
Okay, so you have to always go back to change image to get back into the images that you already have saved. Okay.
Yep, exactly. And I really like that image. Actually, like that post. Okay, Phyllis.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Deborah. Thanks for being here. And thanks for your question.
Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Wondering about video. When will we be getting into or doing like a reel through Instagram? Because I'm wondering the influence of a video. Like, how often do we want to do or a reel? And how much more influence is that? Because I think I would like to begin doing more of that or doing it again. It's been quite a while since I have.
Yeah. So we're going to actually start doing some posts on reels and stuff like that. We're going to mix them in with these. Here's the thing about reels. Reels are super popular right now in YouTube Shorts. People are building their businesses with reels and YouTube Shorts and TikTok, Facebook Reels, and Shorts. The reason for that is because you've got the scroll. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to build with just reels, though, because if you do, people are watching, but you want to have your social media. Steve, can I use you as an example again? Are you still here?
I put both my links in there too, my Instagram and Facebook. If you want to use my Instagram one has a sample in there.
Well, I'm out of time, but I want to show you this real quick because I know that this is a good example.
Okay.
So Steve's here right now. Steve's got some posts, but he's also got some reels. But before, if he had only reels on here and I don't want to watch a video, if I've gone over to his thing, I don't learn anything else more about him, right? So you want to have some reels because this is what's going to happen with the reels. If I can get this.
Paul, hello. Hey, I was learning something really interesting today. I was on a call and talking about being responsible and being a victim. And it was pretty cool because when you're responsible, you take your power. But when you play the victim, you kind of give away your power.
Exactly. So here's the thing that I want to answer here, and then we'll do a full training on this another day in this week. And I don't know if it'll either be tomorrow or Friday. It can't be Thursday because Thursday we've got our hard stop for the new things that are coming out. But if I go to your site, Phyllis, and I see a reel, and I come over to your site, and I come over to see you, if all I see are reels, I have to watch more reels to get to know you. So you want to have a mixture of reels and of posts and of things that tell who you are and what you're about. There are people who don't watch any reels at all. Zero. They refuse to. So you have to have the mixture. There are people that almost only do reels at this point, and they're just addicted to the video part of it. So we'll We'll do a full training on Reels. I hope that helps some, and then we'll show you how the AI will do that. But remember, the AI is not cutting up your Reels for you. You have to cut up all the video yourself. And so at first, everybody here we had a whole bunch of people that weren't social media at all. And so that's why we waited a while to do Reels, because we wanted to make sure that we didn't blow everybody out of the water and then everybody ran away. It's like, what do you mean I have to do Reels now? So no. But we do want to show you a little bit more about Reels now that we've kind of got our footing on this meeting. Does that make sense?
Yes, it sounds good. I'm just won't be able to be on the calls. I'm on for another week and a half, and then I'm back to work. So I'll practice doing some Reels.
Okay.
And would love to be able to do it if you're doing it either, like I said, tomorrow or Friday. I'll make sure I'm on.
Perfect. And then the replays also will be available for you if you're back at work, but always so much better live because you get this right here. Right. So anytime you can come live. In fact, let me know when you're going to be here live, and then I'll always see if I can try to do a video that day or something.
I'll be here. I'll be live tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll be able to get one done by tomorrow. I think I could get a training set up before tomorrow, but I can't promise. So if it's not tomorrow, it'll be Friday. Is that good for you?
Okay, I can do both those. Yes, please.
Okay.
I would love that.
All right. Sounds good.
Appreciate
All
that.
right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Hard stop. Sorry. Pumpkin alarm. Anybody have a question real super quick? Barrett and Emily. I know, Jenny, I can always answer your question in the next meeting that we're at. So Emily.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Emily.
Hi. I have a quick question. When I create a post and I get one of those surprise posts, when I don't use it straight away, it's kind of disappear. Is there a way to retrieve it, or is that it?
There's not a way to retrieve it, but I'll tell you what I personally do. Now, up until now, we are working on to where you could actually save it. And my hope is that they're actually going to get that together. What I personally do right now, sometimes the surprise me post comes up and I love it. I actually download the photo and then I copy the text and I put it in a Google Doc, and I have one Google Doc with AI post ideas. And I just save it there for another time. That's the best that we can do right now until it actually can save in the system.
Thank you. That's what I've been doing, but I just wondered if that was the right thing to do. Thanks.
Yeah, it's hopefully at some point we'll have a save button where they can actually stock them away for us, because some of them are so good. It's just not the right timing.
Thank you.
All right. Barrett, did you have a quick question?
Yeah, I think I figured it out. I went to post for the first time, and I went to Facebook and the post wasn't there. So I couldn't figure out where it was. So I kept scrolling and couldn't find it. So in the last minute, I just copied and pasted it on there. And I think that's probably what I was supposed to do in the first place.
Okay. Well, keep working with it. If you have any problems, come back tomorrow. Be the first person to raise your hand and we'll take you first and walk through your post. All right. For anybody else who did not get their question answered, please come back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Happy to. And if you didn't get your question answered, raise your hand first, just like the gentleman did today, and I will get your questions done first. And if you didn't get to showcase a post, please do the same thing again tomorrow, and I'll make sure to showcase your post first. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Steve, thank you so much for letting me play with you today. You were awesome. Thanks for letting me play. Amazing, guys. And really just come back tomorrow for consistency. We're going to help you build and start conversations. That's ultimately what it's about, is relationships and conversations. So everybody unmute, say bye. Love you all. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Stay safe in the rain.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.